I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river. I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it is. Listen, a change needs to come to Mrchalaki medicine. It does. Um, it's just not gonna work no more. We tired. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I am. There's so much to discuss. A new episode, part 3, is coming on next week. It left off with Miss Quad and Simone. They were arguing. They got into it. Quad felt some kind of way that they ushered Dr. G and Sweet Tea into the group to spite her. It was Andy. He was asking the guys a question about Quad uplifting King in that moment, and how pretty much they was saying that maybe she was just uplifting King. She wasn't trying to put Dr. G down. And which it started off that way. I'm glad Dr. Simone said that. She was like, it did start off that way, but then she slowly turned it on Dr. G and started speaking directly to Sweet Tea and Dr. G when Quad and King had not acknowledged Dr. G or Sweet Tea and vice versa in that moment. But somebody thought it was a good idea to put them right behind each other, right beside each other on the same side. That was purposely done. You know, there's a lot that goes on Mrchalaki medicine behind. Excuse me. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes on Mrchalaki medicine that I guess they can't break the fourth wall and say that it's the producers, but a lot of it is the producers, and the producers telling certain ladies to do certain stuff, and they do it. And they do it. And it's not just Simone that does it. Dr. Heavenly does it too. But Dr. Heavenly has a way of just skating by stuff. It's a certain level of acceptance of the ladies accepting Dr. Heavenly's behavior. And they just, I don't know. I guess it's just a thing of them expecting, because the majority of them accept it, for the world to accept it as well. But no, I'm going to call out BS on anybody, whether I like them or not. If you're wrong, you're wrong. When it comes to the whole Dr. G and, and Simone and Quad, I'm not going in order, y'all. And Simone and Quad got into it. They got to yelling, and, it's a very unnatural situation to be in. And Quad's feelings are very valid as to how they ushered them back on the show and whoop to whoop. But an argument can be made that they deserve to be on the show just as much as anybody else, because at the end of the day, he is a doctor, Dr. G, and he also is still friends with the guys. And Quad, he came on for season 1 just like you did. So who are you to say that he's not allowed on this show, on your show? You're on this show, partly on this show because of him. So I don't understand that argument. You have to take away your like or dislike of a person and just keep it real. And at the end of the day, whether you like her or not, Sweet Tea is Mrchalaki medicine. Is that not the whole purpose of the show, or we just don't care anymore about that? Maybe we don't care. Because on these reality shows, it can be married to whatever. It can be the Real Housewives. It can be whatever. And half of these people are not married. They're conveniently going through a divorce as soon as the cameras start rolling. It's just, it's whatever. It's up in the air when it comes to these shows. It's simply just a title, and that's it. So I guess. But I think Quad's anger should also be directed towards Dr. Heavenly. Because Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie, who sits there like a toad and don't say anything, and they allow it. There's something else they allow. It's just too much of people just allowing people to do stuff on this show that irritates me. That's what I don't like on this show. There's only certain people that have to be accountable, and it's like all for one and one for all. It's like even if we have issues with each other, we all are gonna band together to go against these one or two people. Let's hold off for a moment just to go against these one or two people to get them off the show. I just don't. I don't agree with that, and I just don't like that. I don't like the whole bully thing. You know, I can't speak to Phaedra's experience with being on the show, but as far as her calling y'all mean girls, I mean, what else do you say? Y'all really are that offended by that? Is this not what girls do in high school? Is it not the popular clique? And is this not the kind of things that go on? I mean, come on. I guess it happened with guys too. You know, I was never in a clique though, so but I know what it's like to be bullied for sure. But I was never in a clique per se. I was just kind of one of those wanderers in school. But anyway, like kind of a wallflower in a sense. Everybody knew me. A lot of people liked me and was cool with me. But then you had a certain group of people that just enjoyed like making fun of somebody like me. Anyway, so yeah, it was crazy. Let me see what else is going on. They think that they really do talk down to Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea has been wrong in certain instances. I think that Sweet Tea is forced in a way to take up for her husband for certain things. And there are certain times she probably shouldn't take up for her husband. But that's silly to say. You see how that came out? Like, who's not going to take up for their significant other? Nobody has, like, it's the whole thing with Damon and Dr. Heavenly. Oh, well, you're not going to say nothing to my wife as a man, and whoop to whoop. And even when some of the ladies come back and forth at each other and their spouses, everybody going to take up for their people. So the fact that y'all get so mad when Sweet Tea don't agree with y'all and take up for Dr. G even when he's wrong, why is that a problem for why should Sweet Tea go against her husband for y'all when y'all wouldn't go against y'all husband for Sweet Tea? That brings me to Dr. Damon and Dr. G. At the end of the day, I could care less about Heavenly's receipts. That man has every right to not take patients if he don't want to, regardless of Heavenly calling him whatever she called him and whoop to whoop. He has the right to say no. He has the right to turn down patients if he wants to. Don't doctors do that all the time? People are crazy. People just can't get out of their dislike for somebody. They just can't be honest and be real. Like, it's craziness. It really is. Damon thinking that Dr. Heavenly calling Dr. G a pedo is lightweight. He compared being called a pedo to being called a cheater. It's a little, y'all get over cheating. People get over cheating all the time. You know, but trying to get over your spouse being an alleged pedo, I don't really know how you come back from that. It takes a special individual to want to be with somebody who is actually that. And for Dr. G to be accused of that was just nasty work. And Dr. Damon is it's just lightweight. I think that he falls under a certain umbrella of guys who feel like that women are, I don't want to say less than, but I think that he thinks that women are more fragile or more sensitive in certain spaces, and maybe as a man you shouldn't feel when a woman says something to you, you should just brush that off because it's a woman and all that, instead of just taking this is an adult, an intelligent adult, a person who is just wrong. Why he breaks everything down to gender all the time. Like when he was talking to Dr. G as a man, I'm talking to you as a man, I'm coming to you as a man. We know that you're a man, Damon. Like I I don't get it, because you come with that kind of energy, but when it's time for you to say something, when something is happening in the moment and you're right there and it's wrong, you don't say nothing. I don't get it. I don't understand this whole mentality of nobody's saying you have to disrespect your spouse or whatever, but I just feel like if a person is wrong, why won't you say anything? If I just saw my spouse do something crazy in front of my face, when I'm gonna wait all the way till I get home or back to the car to say that you was wrong? When you're wrong? Why don't we teach kids right from wrong, and you will check a child in a minute if they do something wrong out there in the public to somebody, but you won't say nothing. So I don't get that. We can argue about it later, but no. Maybe that's why I'm single. Maybe that's why. Because, girl, I'm just, Nope, I'm out. But hey, what do I know? I'm a gay dude, and so I guess my perception would be different. But it's really not. I agree with protecting women. I love women. I agree with all that. But at the top of all that, right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter who you are, how you identify. None of that matters to me. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And you keep being wrong. I don't know. What else is going on? They was able to somehow come to some kind of resolution. One thing I will say though is I understand it, but I think that Dr. G should let the whole King thing go. I agree. The whole thing. Although you can't do something to somebody and tell them how mad to get. The whole court thing and all that was ridiculous, Dr. G. I fully agree with that. But I think it's a little bit of elitism when it comes to Dr. G and King. I think that he's looking at King like, who is this random dude, and I'm a doctor and you're beneath me, and whoop to whoop as to why he don't want to necessarily settle the score with King and stuff. I think that's a small part of it, but it's mostly because Quad got a man now. Yes, I agree with that. I think that Dr. G still has feelings for Quad. I feel some kind of way that Quad has a man now, whoop to whoop. I can definitely see that. But when it comes to King, I think the King has too much of a voice. King and Stephen. We don't know y'all, and y'all have so much to say. King's sitting there agreeing with everything Dr. Damon says, right beside him. And I understand they done got close now. But it says something about Dr. Damon, that he's been on the show with these men for like 10, 11 years. And the closest person to him is King, who just got there. But Heavenly said on her channel, she was like, Dr. Damon, he not really cool with them like that. He don't hang with them. I wonder why. Like, y'all can't just sit around just talk about this whole man's thing. And what else? Why is he taking King under his wing? He's taking King under his wing to spite Dr. G. And because Heavenly and Quad is so cool, he's gonna take on who Quad brings. Dr. G is the type Dr. Damon is the type that likes to sit back and act like he don't have feelings about certain stuff. But he do. He's petty too. Dr. G is petty out loud, and Dr. Damon is petty behind the scenes. Like, stop with this whole man, this is what a man, this is a woman, this is what a woman. People are people. And people have good and bad qualities. People are great and people are awful. People are petty, people are messy. People are people. Men gossip, women gossip. Like, stop. Some people you like, some people you don't. Oh, I don't have a problem with it. Yes, you do. What's going on with Dr. Heavenly's son? Did y'all hear that, too? He allegedly hit an officer, allegedly, the oldest one. See? All this stuff be happening in real life, and she don't talk about it. Don't nobody hold her to the fire to talk about it. But she can dibble and dabble in everybody else's relationship. when it comes to Quad versus Simone, I don't care, really. I'm tired of seeing them arguing. I'm tired of it. Simone is loud and it's agitating. Um, yeah, I'm not necessarily on either one of them sides because they both have been in the wrong. I believe that Quad is distant. I do believe that Quad don't talk to them girls until the camera's rolling. I believe that fully. But I also believe that Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Jackie ushered for them to come on the show. Dr. G and Sweet Tea to spike Quad. But do they have every right to be there? Sure. And once again, the issue should be with y'all ladies and the producers. It was to produce. They could have did nothing the producers didn't want them to do. They produced themselves on Marriage Madison. But the producers, the white ones, have the final say, I'm sure. So they ain't did nothing that, I mean, they spite y'all every year as a cast. Y'all haven't even been out the country. But we can have brand new shows on Bravo, and they first cast first cast trip. They going to Amsterdam. They going to China, Alaska, Dominican Republic, all these places. Where they take y'all to? Child, Greenville, South Carolina, Spartanburg, where I'm at. Where they take y'all? Charleston. Where they take y'all? Miami. Where they take y'all? Y'all are not even all these degrees in intelligence, and y'all not even smart enough to see what the real issue is. Y'all can go against each other as people, as black women, as physicians, as pillars in the community. But y'all won't say nothing to them white people that's running y'all. Funny. Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. I don't think that Sweet Tea and Dr. G is coming back. I could be wrong. So it is just going to be interesting. It's just the same old with this cast. We're going to see what part 3 brings tomorrow, child. I'm definitely going to give that to y'all a little earlier. I got to watch Beyond the Gates. I got to give y'all that. I still have to catch up on so many episodes of Love and Hip Hop Miami. There's a lot going on, child, as usual. But we're here and we're making it. With that said, I'm Mrchalaki. Mrchalaki on Google+. Follow me at @ItsKingsmore on Instagram and Twitter. At @ItsKingsmore89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mrchalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.